Welcome to the fall 2016 season of the ZTV Sports Report, your home for everything Akron Zip Athletics.
This week we cover everything from the men's soccer team's journey to try to get back to the College Cup, as well as football's trip to Wisconsin.
All that and more on the ZTV Sports Report, which starts right now.
Welcome to the ZTV Sports Report. I'm Daniel Cermak.
And I'm Cameron Justice.
We're back for a brand new year, which means all the fall sports have been back in action.
That's right, and we have all the highlights from men's soccer's early season matchups, which have all been against ranked opponents.
And so far, the Zips have fared pretty well, with a great deal thanks to Adam Najm, who returned for his senior season. I talked to him about his reaction to last year's heartbreak, as well as what his future holds.
But first, we'll send you over to First Energy Stadium, Cub Cadet Field for early season matchups against Georgetown, Seattle, Oregon State, and UC Santa Barbara, followed by our feature on All-Star captain Adam Najm.
Akron men's soccer was back, and they looked to whip up a victory against Georgetown. Here, Georgetown on the attack early, and give them a second. It takes a while to get down there, folks. And eventually, here comes the cross, and oh, nice D by Akron. Akron on the attack, and oh, that one was just a bit wide. Akron on the attack again, and good ball movement and a good strike, but that one was a lot high. There was a lot of questions surrounding goalkeeping for Akron, and that's Ben Loop, folks. And Ben Loop is a beast. No more questions. Here, one of the best chances for Akron to score, and it would eventually find returning Adam Najm, who returned it straight to the goalkeeper. Frustration shows on Adam's face, and it shows all around for Akron, as here another great opportunity for Akron, but another great save by Georgetown. Here off the free kick, they got to score on this one, right? Oh, he's free, but oh, nice save. But Brad Beer, the Roo Hawk, he slides into the goalie's DMs looking to score and does just that. First Energy's Cub Cadet is lit. And Ben Luke secures this one. Adam Najm returns, Zips win 1-0. Here's Jared Embick.
You look at the chances, and we created a lot more chances than they did, and had really good ones to put away, and it's kind of funny, a scramble is the one that we went on and with all the chances we created, but really pleased with the effort. It was a great effort from everybody who played, and I think we did a really good job today and couldn't be happier.
The Akron men's soccer team was back in action Sunday, August 28th against Seattle, looking to build off of a dramatic win against Georgetown. And the beginning of this one looked like the game against the Hoyas. The Zips were getting plenty of opportunities to score, but they just could not convert. However, the man of the match of this one was the goalkeeper for the Zips, Ben Lunt. The 6'7" sophomore was not letting anything go past him. Ben Lunt had a career high of 8 saves in this one for Akron. Later in the half, Nick Hines places a beautiful ball that goes off a Seattle defender, and Marcel Zajac with a beautiful bicycle kick, but it just goes over the top post. My goodness, that would have been beautiful. Seattle would continue to test Ben Lunt and keep on attacking, but the Berlin Wall would not let anything past him. Now that's how you win the NCAA Player of the Week, folks. Akron was playing physical with Seattle. Both teams were going back and forth, trying to score, but they just could not find the back of the net. Ben Lunt here again with a nice save. But finally, in the second half, Adam Najm doing a little creativity. Adam places a beautiful ball to Tyler Sanda's right foot, and Sanda. He's hitting off kicks on the camera. That would be the game-winning goal by Tyler Sanda, and let's just take another look at this pass from Adam Najm. That is just ridiculous. Again, the Zips find a way to win in a dramatic finish. They win this one 1-0.
All right, the Akron men's soccer team returned home looking to bounce back from a tough California road trip against the Oregon State Beavers on September 9th. The Zips came ready to play as Sky Harder scored his first goal of the season with just a minute 40 into the game. After the goal, Akron seemed to have a hard time finding the back of the net. Here, Nico De Vera passes to the freshman Marcel Zajac, but his shot just misses. Later in the half, Oregon State's David Norman has a great opportunity to tie the game up off a free kick, but the shot just goes over the crossbar. Akron offensively was the better team than Oregon State, having twice as many shots on goal than the Beavers, although the Zips had the looks, but they just could not connect. Adam Najm receives a well-placed ball, but his shot was blocked by Oregon State's goalie Quentin Lowe. Later in the half, Jonathan Lewis delivered a perfect pass to Gonzalo Sorores for a wide-open shot, but Gonzalo's ball goes sailing over the top post. Ouch. Finally, Zips find the back of the net with Jonathan Lewis delivering a header to redshirt freshman Sky Harder for his second goal of the game. Oregon State, still trailing 2-0 in the second half, tries to get themselves back in the game with a free kick, but it goes out of bounds. Adam Najm tries to get it in the goal again, but his shot is just off. Towards the end of the game, Zips are just playing keep away from the Oregon State Beavers. They end their 2-game losing streak by winning against Oregon State 2-0.
Akron men's soccer team taking on UC Santa Barbara on Sunday following their 2-0 win against Oregon State. Here, Sky Harder over to Jonathan Lewis. No, cleared out, but it's not a very good clearance. Adam Najm crosses it over and blasts it to the top right corner. 1-0 Akron, just 11 minutes into the game. That's Adam Najm's first goal from the run of play in 2016, and it was an absolute beauty. Moving on here, freshman Nick Hines chasing down the ball on the baseline. Defender slided in, and Nick Hines with no regard for human life as he nutmegs the defender. Akron's defense in general was amazing on Sunday. Jared Embick credited them for the victory. Here, Adam Najm gets the ball after a good clearance out to Sky Harder. Sky Harder with some room to run, but maybe he's a little bit tired after his 2-goal performance on Friday. Defender slides in, but it's a late challenge. Gets a yellow card for it. That's going to be important because coming up right now, here, Danilo Rajan blocks a shot. Nick Hines able to collect and clear it out. And then Azana Kase is able to beat his defender near the midfield line, around the midfield flag, around the defender, and he's tripped up, and that's going to be his second yellow card, and he's going to be off. Akron would take advantage with UCSB playing with just 10 men. Here, Pal Bolena blasting one, saved. Jonathan Lewis, saved. Zanakase, goal. Zanakase with his first of 2016 to make it 2-0 Akron very late, and that will be the final score. Akron wins 2-0 against UCSB, making it 2-0 weekend with goals from Adam Najm and Zanakase. When it comes to Akron soccer, there's one name that comes to everyone's mind.
Najm. Then there's Adam Najm there.
Adam Najm.
Adam Najm again.
Adam Najm makes it 3-2 victory for Akron, sending them to the College Cup, where they will play Jordan Morris and Stanford.
I mean, it was obviously a heartbreaking moment for us, losing penalty kicks and then seeing them win it all. But that really motivated us to come back and finish it off, really. And that's what we're hoping for this season. And I think everyone has that mentality of winning that national championship, and that's all we're thinking about right now.
Following the 2015 season, SBIsoccer.com reported that Najm was considering a future with the New York Red Bulls. Najm also spent time with Real Deportivo La Coruña of Spain before returning to the University of Akron.
Yeah, that was an amazing experience. Just the overall atmosphere and the overall level of play over there is just second to none. And the players and coaches and facilities, everything, just a higher level. And I really took what I learned over there and hopefully brought it over here to teach other guys and raise my game to another level.
Head coach Jared Embick is excited to have Najm back, but still holds high expectations for his number 10.
He's a key part of our team, and he's involved in a lot of what we do. And obviously, early in the year, he's made a couple good plays for us, but I think he still thinks he's got better in him.
Following a 2-0 start, the Zips traveled out to California, where they went 0-2, including a 6-1 loss to UCLA. Despite the losses, Najm knew the Zips could come back.
I mean, every good team has those bumps in the road, and that was a rough weekend for us, and everyone was pretty frustrated. But we had our meetings, we talked it out, and I think everyone really put their head down and went to work. And we saw it this weekend. We came out with 2 big results, and hopefully we continue playing like that.
Following weekend, Akron went 2-0 with wins against Oregon State and UC Santa Barbara, with Najm scoring the game winner in Akron's 2-0 defeat of UCSB.
Everyone has their personal goals, but as long as the team's winning, that's all that matters right now. But having that goal gives me a little bit of rhythm to hopefully continue to score and contribute any way I can.
Najm has been a team captain since his sophomore year and has scored 30 goals and tacked on 25 assists in his career at Akron. And even with no scholarship for 2016, Najm returned with 1 goal in mind.
This place has done so much for me, and it really means a lot to me. And Akron is really my second home, and just coming back and hopefully ending it on a high note would mean everything to me, my teammates, and my family, and that's what I'm hoping to do.
The Adam Najm rumor mill was swirling last spring. He was linked with the Red Bulls and Real Deportivo La Coruña, but he decided to come back to try to get Akron a championship, all while not on scholarship.
And it looks like they're on their way to doing so. Even with their tough trip to California, Akron is 4-2 with 3 games against top 10 opponents.
Speaking of top 10 opponents, the Akron football team traveled to Madison, Wisconsin to take on the number 10 Wisconsin Badgers, and we have all the highlights.
I also got the chance to talk to head coach Terry Bowden and starting quarterback Thomas Woodson.
All that plus football's matchup against the Virginia Military Institute coming up on the ZTV Sports Report.
Welcome back to the ZTV Sports Report. The football team is coming off a bowl-winning season, and with a new season upon us, Akron is looking to continue their success.
We have highlights from their game against VMI and Wisconsin, plus Cameron's interview with Coach Bowden and Thomas Woodson. Let's take a look.
The Akron Zips host the Virginia Military Institute Keydets in their 2016 season opener. The Zips defense starts off strong, forcing a turnover on downs, but they would give the ball right back on the fumble from JoJo Natson. VMI's offense uses momentum to march downfield, starting with this 36-yard pass from Al Cobb to Quan Myers. Myers would then punch it in for a 1-yard touchdown. The Zips will bounce right back with a touchdown of their own on a 2-play drive beginning with this 14-yard run by Warren Ball, followed by a 46-yard touchdown pass to JoJo Natson from Thomas Woodson. The Zips defense will force another stop to set up the offense for a 30-yard touchdown pass from Thomas Woodson to Jerome Lane, making the score 12-7. This was the only time Woodson would connect the lane for a touchdown, as Woodson completes a 17-yard pass to increase the lead to 19. VMI's great special teams play will force the Zips to miss 2 extra point attempts. VMI's defense stepped up with an interception that was returned for 48 yards by Raik Trotman to set up a 37-yard field goal to make the score 19-10 going into the half. To start the second half off, VMI's quarterback Al Cobb throws a 3-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Swingle. The Zips responded with a touchdown of their own when quarterback Thomas Woodson challenges inner Brett Favre by throwing a pass sidearm while falling to Jerome Lane, who plows through 3 of my defenders but fumbles the ball at the 1-yard line. Then out of nowhere comes JoJo Natson to scoop the ball up to score. This game gets more exciting as the Keydets march down the field 91 yards to score a touchdown. The Zips proved to be dominant as they scored 3 consecutive touchdowns. This one to Austin Wolf, followed by one from JoJo Natson and Warren Ball with the exclamation point. Quarterback Thomas Woodson threw for a school record of 6 touchdowns and had the 3rd most passing yards in the nation with 407.
The Sports Report headed over to Madison, Wisconsin, where the Akron Zips took on the number 10 Wisconsin Badgers. And for the Badgers, their star player was running back Corey Clement. He was running all over the Zips defense in this one. First drive, Clement pushes himself in the end zone. He finishes the drive with 57 rushing yards, and the Badgers take a quick 7-0 lead. Zips would struggle offensively in this one. Thomas Woodson from the 1 can't seem to find an open receiver and gets sacked for a safety. Wisconsin goes up 9-0. The Badgers take advantage of the safety. Clement again powers his way through with his 2nd touchdown. He would leave the game with a knee injury, but finishes with 113 yards and 2 touchdowns. Akron doing whatever it can to try to gain some momentum. Warren Ball on the run, fumbles it after a 38-yard run, recovered by the Wisconsin Badgers. It would be the 2nd turnover by the Zips. Fumble turns into a touchdown pass from Bart Houston to Jazz Peavy, and oh my, would you look at that cannon slow-mo. Juan would really be the MVP of this game. Thomas Woodson trying to settle down in the pocket, heaves one to Jerome Lane for the nice catch, but the very next play, Woodson's throw is intercepted. The Zips would finish with 3 turnovers. But the highlight of the day for Akron goes to Joe Natson, returning the punt, and go Joe, go Joe, go! In the end zone for a 58-yard punt return. The first punt return for a touchdown for Akron since 2004. Yikes. But the Badgers were just too much for the Zips. Bradrick Shaw seals the deal with a flip into the end zone. Credit for the footage goes to Don Wagner. And Bucky, well, he's just going to pump out 54 push-ups with the final score being Wisconsin 54, Akron 10.
I talked to Akron Zips head coach Terry Bowden and asked him his plan for this season coming off a bowl win.
Well, I think I'm confident that at Akron we're going to build that type of program, and I'm also realistic that we've got to go out there each and every game and play to win. You know, we're a much better football team. We've made great strides, but we still have to know how to fight every game to get a win.
I also asked Coach Bowden about his starting quarterback, Thomas Woodson.
Thomas Woodson has been our quarterback, has done a great job. He's very, very competitive. The strides that he has made as a starter, he won his last 5 football games, and he had a great offseason, great preseason work, and as he continues to grow and develop and compete, he gets better every week.
Woodson shared with me his and his team's goals for this season.
We want to, honestly, we want to win all of them. We're going to try to win all of them. You know, we want to get a MAC championship, first and foremost. Last year's team was a good team, a great team. I met some great guys, great teammates. But, they understand that we want to be better than our team from last year. So they know our guys from last year that was on the team that was playing this year, they know what it takes to get where we want to get to. We want to be playing the bowl game, but we also want to be playing the MAC championship in December. So, that's where we want to be at.
Woodson then shed some light on his recent number change.
4 is my favorite number. 4 and 13 is honestly the only numbers I wore my entire life. And me and my family go by one Bible verse, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things with and through Christ that strengthens me. So, those 2 numbers are special to me, and not only me, my family as well.
We then talked about the tough loss in Wisconsin.
You got to come ready, you know. You just never know. You can't take anything for granted. You got to come ready. Every play, every snap, every possession, every series, it all matters then. So every little thing, small thing, it all matters. So everything matters. So you just can't take nothing for granted.
And what did Bowden have to say about the Wisconsin game?
Well, players fight hard. I know when you play a top 10 team like Wisconsin, who did not turn the ball over, didn't give up a big play, you know going in they can physically whip you if they don't make mistakes, and they didn't. So they came ready to play. You don't take too much away from it as a negative. The year before we lost to Oklahoma by almost the exact same score and had the best season we've ever had in school history as a Division I football team and our first bowl win ever. So you learn over the years to put those behind you and move forward.
Akron has some high standards for themselves as they look to make this season even better than the last. One solid win and one tough loss for the Akron football team, but this team seems pretty confident and committed to winning a MAC championship.
The Zips are definitely being put to the test in non-conference play. They had a game against Marshall, they ended up winning, great win for them, and then they have another game against Appalachian State next week.
It's time for a quick break. When we come back, we have the highlights from the women's soccer home opener.
Welcome back to the ZTV Sports Report. The women's soccer team have been off to a little bit of a slow start, but they tried to get back on track against Robert Morris in their home opener.
With that, let's check out some of the action from the women's soccer team's match against the Colonials.
The women's soccer team took on Robert Morris Colonials on a rainy night, September 8th. And to kick things off, Sarah Civic scores Akron's first 2 goals. The first one being a penalty kick, and the second one off of a free kick. She just gets it past the goalkeeper to put the Zips up 2-0. However, Robert Morris would respond with a goal of their own. The Colonials would cut the Zips' lead to 2-1. But when it rains, it pours. A severe thunderstorm warning delays the game, but they would finish this one. Akron scoring 2 more goals in the first half and 1 in the second. Chloe Allen leads the Zips with a hat trick, as well as Sarah Civic's 2 goals in the first half. And as for us, well, our cameras can't handle it, we can't handle it, we gotta take some shelter. Akron goes on to win 5-2.
Big time win for the team, even with the bad weather conditions.
5-1 win is big in any weather, especially during a monsoon. LOL. They came up a little short of clawing back to 500, but we'll see if they can get there and achieve their goal of getting into the MAC tournament outright.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at ZTV Sports. Thank you for watching this edition of the ZTV Sports Report, your home for everything Akron Zips athletics.